Hey everybody and welcome back. This should be episode 7 of our Dark Souls Red Pill Basics playthrough. When last we left, we talked about self-reliance, being independent. Today, we're going to talk about an interesting topic. One that I haven't heard anyone really truly focus on as its own sort of base. But this is going to be about something I have called individuality. I could have also called it uniqueness. I could have also called it idiosyncrasy, but then again, most people don't know what that word means, and I typically don't use that word a lot in my own vernacular. How about that for a word? So, what do I mean by that? Well, if you know what the word idiosyncrasy means, it's a uniqueness. It's something that sets something apart. If something is idiosyncratic, it is unique. It's set apart from others. So, if you had a car, let's say you bought a standard Honda Civic, okay? Regular four-door sedan Honda Civic. And you put this wild, crazy spoiler on the back. No, not the Type R spoiler. That's different. You put just some crazy, unique spoiler. That would be an idiosyncrasy of your car. It's not exactly how the word is typically used, but the idea here is that we're going to talk about you having a sense of identity all your own, a sense of personality all your own, a sense of uniqueness, your own flair, your own idiosyncrasies, your own distinction. It's about you being different from everyone else. It's about you not being the same. Now, the idea here is you want to be something more than the guy who goes to the gym and works out. You wear the standard clothes that everyone else wears, right? So you dress like everyone else, but you go to the gym like a standard jock. You're into sports. You like to drink beer. You like cars. And you like women, obviously. And then you obviously watch Dark Souls playthroughs on YouTube. Maybe you don't even tell people about that because it's not jock enough for your image. But maybe this could be something unique for you. What was I going to reinforce? Modify. No weapons for ascension. What? Hang on now. I thought we were upgrading the Dark Sword. Oh, but you know what? I left it elsewhere. So let me go get it. It is in the bottomless box, is it not? Yes, it is. Okay, let's pull that Dark Sword back out. Wherever it is. Probably in the... Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're going to take that back. And the reason we're upgrading here is we want to be ready for the next playthrough. The next playthrough? Dark Wraith playthrough. We're going to cosplay as the Dark Wraith. We're going to use the Dark Sword, the Dark Hand, and the Dark Wraith armor set. Yeah, you can have the Divine Ember too, Andre. Take it. I don't want it. I don't need it. Alright. I don't plan on using it. We're not going to have any holy weapons for the unholy... Oh, you know what? I just realized. Okay, so I frothed up some whole milk. By the way, when I drink milk, it's whole milk. Only whole milk. If they gave me 2% milk, I'd have to pour some half and half or cream in it to make it real. I am pouring hot black coffee into frothed up whole milk that was warmed up to make a sort of cheap, simple homemade latte. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? Look at this. We can upgrade that. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to save that twinkling for a future playthrough. For something else that we might need. So... Dark Sword plus 10, Dark Sword plus 11. Yep. Definitely want to do that. Alright, let's upgrade. Look at all these chunks we got. We are loaded with the chunks and the slabs. We got 7 slabs. Where the hell did we get 7 slabs, guys? I have no idea where we got 7 slabs from. But we got 7 slabs. Alright. We're looking good. We got it. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Do I still have the Dark Wraith armor set on me, or is it in the bottomless box? So, as we're talking about a sense of individuality, I have my sense of individuality. I'm not going to give you all my secrets, because what I'd hate to do is tell you how I make myself an individual, and then have you guys just copy it. But I will let you know that I do have one unique hobby. And this is the thing you can do, is have a unique hobby, something different, something that sets you apart. For me, it's my interest in cosplay. Cosplay photos, cosplay Twitter accounts, and Facebook accounts, and all this. Would some women be almost offended by it? Sure, but if a woman is offended that I follow some cosplay accounts on Twitter, then she's probably not the kind of woman I need to be wasting my time with. My current girlfriend finds it interesting. She's never known a guy that's been interested in cosplay like that. I have gone to conventions, although I don't do a lot of dress up. Although I do plan to do some dress up with her to make it a more community-based activity, a more social activity. We're not going to upgrade this all the way just because we can't. But you know what? We made it that far. We're going to need probably, what, I don't know, 9 or 12 or 15 more Titanite, just taking a wild guess off the top of my head. So, we got all that? Okay. We're going to leave those on. Actually, we're going to put the Dark Sword away. We don't need that. And we're going to put the fully upgraded armor pieces away because we don't need them. So, being in the cosplay scene, that is one way to set yourself apart. I mean, really, how many other men, or women for that matter, are in the cosplay scene? Very few. Not even just to view it or be interested in looking online and following accounts and all that. Much less to actually go out there and do it yourself. That's totally different. Now, if you start making your own costumes, you really set yourself apart. The idea here is that you can be unique in your own way. You don't have to follow the crowd. Like I said, there is an inherent danger in trying to be unique in your own way if it's just the same way as everybody else. Like I said, if you're kind of a slightly bigger guy who likes to work out, you dress like all the other guys dress, you kind of talk like they talk, you have a job in construction, you, let's see, you like beer, you like cars, dark mask, dark gauntlets, dark leggings. Okay, so those two are left, right. You like cars, you like sports, you watch sports all the time. That's not unique. If a woman meets you and she finds out these are your interests, you're going to look just like every other freaking guy out there. You know what I mean? You really are. Let's go to the Tomb of the Giants and finish that area up. So, what can you do about that? Develop something unique about yourself. Ideally, not just one thing. You want something to set you apart. When people ask the question, who are you? What comes to mind? Anything unique? What do you like to do? What comes to mind? Anything unique? What are your hobbies, interests, your passions? And you don't have any? Get some. Get some. Find some. You can you can develop your own hobbies, okay? Maybe you want to do something like get interested in collecting some type of cards or stamps, or I don't know. This sounds boring, but I'm giving you guys examples because I don't want to lay out what ultimately is going to sound like a several step plan. Like, this is how you do it, guys. Get interested in this, develop this as your hobby, and then do this. I'm like, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to just do what everyone else is doing. That would be bad. Let's see. Will this take me there? No, this is not it. Damn. But whatever, there's an item up here. Sanctus Shield, and I think the... No, Effigy Shield. I think the... Whatever. We still don't have a covetous Silver Serpent. Oh, shit. Yep, I thought I was going to get hit by some arrows. I figured that would happen. Surprised he didn't hit me. He has quite the reach. He likes to do the reach around. Alright, enough of that nonsense. Oh, I can't just... Can I just drop down right there? Oh, shit, you can. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, but I got really close to the edge. Keep that stuff topped off. Okay, so if you don't have any interesting hobbies or passions, get them. You could play the flute, play the violin, play the piano, do something. It doesn't have to be totally different than everybody else. You could get into Japanese tea ceremony if you wanted to, and be into something that virtually no other man in your country would be into, assuming you're not in Japan, right? But you could do something more standard. Play the violin, play the guitar. Now, is that a little more common than some other options? Sure it is, but guess what? Women love that. Women love guys that can play instruments. Sit down and play a little a ditty for her. Do people say that anymore? Do I sound like I'm like 70 years old? Play a ditty. Anyway, you could play music for your girl. I think she'd probably love that. I'd be careful not to necessarily write her own song right away, but as you get to know her better, maybe eventually you could write her a song. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't pedestalize a woman, though. That's very dangerous. That's one of the red pill basics. We're not going to do a whole episode on it, but do not pedestalize. Do not worship women. Don't think of a woman as a queen. Don't think of her as a princess. Don't think of her as above you. She's not a goddess. All right? Remember, you're the prize, not her. She's lucky to have you, not the other way around. You're not lucky to have her. She's lucky to have you. Now, I say that with the understanding that that does not mean that you're not fortunate to have met her and cultivated the relationship. But think of it as a thing that you've cultivated. It's something you've built up. It's something you have taken. It was, when you first met her, it was a seed. And, you know, I think, look at women like seeds. Some seeds are bad, they're rotten, they're no good. It doesn't matter how well you plant and treat that seed, it won't grow. Oh, that's some good homemade cafe latte. Some seeds are fresh and vibrant, and they have a lot of potential. If you have a seed that has a lot of potential, if you plant that seed in good soil, you water it properly, feed it as needed, you take care of it, make sure it gets enough sun, it will grow into something amazing, right? And you got to keep doing that. You might have to prune some stuff off of it. There are a lot of analogies we can go with here when it comes to cultivating a relationship, like farming and agriculture, right? But keep in mind, this is something you are helping to cultivate. This is something you're helping to create. It is not something that just happens. It's not her doing it by herself. She has to be the seed that is willing to grow. She has to be the seed that is willing to follow your lead. All right? So given that, as long as she's a good seed, that sounds terrible because usually you think of seed as the men's you-know-what. But as long as she's good for that, you can cultivate that relationship, think of yourself as the prize, then you might be ready to write her a song. But the idea here is that it's not about one or two things that you do. It's about the whole package of you. What is it that you do as an individual? What do you do as a person? Who are you? What interests do you have? Passions, hobbies? This includes also your standards, your ethics, your morals, religious beliefs, if those are included in there. It's how you talk. It's how you dress. It's how you eat, what you eat, how you walk, how you drive your car. It's just the whole package of what you do. There are some people out there, and there are two different, very different camps. I'm going to say I'm firmly on one side versus the other. There are those guys that think that wherever they are, even if they're in the left lane of the interstate, if someone comes up and rides their bumper, they're going to purposely slow down. Their thought process is, hey, it's 65 right here. I'm doing 70. That's perfectly fine. No reason to get on my bumper. I'm going over the speed limit. Me, of course, I believe in what the law says in most states. That is, get the hell out of the way. The left lane is for faster traffic. You are required by law in most states that I'm aware of to merge over to the right for faster traffic. It does not specify the speed limit. Just because you're doing the speed limit doesn't mean you can sit in the left lane of traffic. If everyone would just follow the traffic flow of the interstate, it would work the way it's supposed to. Traffic will keep flowing. The right lane is slower than the middle lane. The middle lane is slower than the left lane. And if there's 4 or more lanes, you go from right to left. The right should be the slowest moving lane. The left lane should be the fastest moving lane. When it works that way, everyone's happier. People can get where they need to go. People can merge over when they need to for their exits. Damn, I almost got knocked off. That kick is like such a douche move, you know? That's like the douche kick. Oh, got him. Oh, wow, double kill. Double kill. No bones about it. That was a double kill. Oh, it's terrible. It's a terrible dad joke. I'm sorry, guys. When you're a dad, you start telling dad jokes. I was cool. I was telling dad jokes before I was a dad. So the idea here, guys, is you're building your brand. You're building your style. And yeah, that includes your clothing, your car, the food that you make and eat, how you decorate your house, which we talked about, the pets that you have, how you build your body, bodybuilding, exercising. I mean, do you want that bear look? Do you want to look like the big dude with the big burly beard? Or do you want to be the slimmer kind of, you know, six-pack abs on the beach guy? That depends on you, and it's going to take a lot of work. You got to look at your glasses if you wear them, sunglasses, accessories. All of this stuff comes together to sort of make the entire package of you. Think of yourself as a brand. Think of yourself as a product. How are you marketing this product? Look at it like that. What do people see when they see you? What do people hear when they listen to you? What is the message that you're putting out there by not what you're saying so much, although that is included. Oh, I forget about that. What's the message you're sending by how you look, by how you act, by how you hold yourself, by how you conduct yourself, the job that you have, the women you surround yourself with, the friends you surround yourself with. This is a total package kind of concept here. The idea is I want you to think about everything, not just one or two things. So this incorporates a lot of stuff we've already discussed. It does incorporate fashion. It does incorporate taking care of your home and putting your house together and home decor and all that. Keeping clean and neat, tidy, and organized. Like, one thing about me that my girlfriend could tell you, I am definitely the more organized type. I like to have a place for everything and everything in its place. I like to pare down my life to only the bare essentials of what I need. I've even recently started going more hardcore on this. So, you know, she got to see me going through my closet and doing the organizational scheme where you move stuff and organize it in a certain way where you find out exactly what you're wearing and what you're not. And I get rid of everything I'm not wearing. I either sell it, give it to somebody I know, which I had a friend that was kind of the similar body size that I used to be. I gave him so much of my clothing. He loved it. Because he's got all these kids, so he doesn't have a ton of extra money. And the clothes I buy are always decent. I don't buy super fancy brand names. That's a waste of money, in my opinion. You'll never see me wearing Calvin Klein or any of that. I mean, maybe you could get deals on those sometimes, but I don't like big giant labels. I don't like Nike swooshes and Adidas stripes and all that crap. So that's part of my brand, though. That's part of me. You know, that's one thing that I do. Your accent and how you talk could be it. How you write. The way that you write on social media. If you write a book, write novels, if you write on blogs. Your social behavior is included in there, and so is your social media presence. Damn, you see all that? Look at that. That's a lot of freaking health gone just from the hop down. Oh, now we're toxic. That sucks ass. Oh my gosh, this is fucking ridiculous. Are you seeing this? And another one. Wow. I think we had the same stream of endless bullshit last time. That's the kind of fucking stupid ass bullshit that makes this a flawed masterpiece. There's no excuse for that. There needs to be some limit on the number of times he hits you with that nearly fucking impossible to dodge bullshit attack that comes up from the ground. I mean, I have tried and tried and tried. I am not sure on the timing. Sometimes I can run away from it. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can roll. Sometimes I can't. But that was a fucking mess. I'd be embarrassed to be the developer of a game if that shit happened. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you have to program for. You have to have code in there that does not allow a boss to just spam the same dumbass move over and over and over and over again. But, you know. This is the same game that has the Bed of Chaos, so make of that what you will, right? Flawed masterpiece means it's flawed. Alright, we're going to make a run for it now. I don't want to waste more time. Get stuck with another bullshit, shit, what's his name? Nito encounter. Woo! Alright. Let's get in there. Oh, I forgot all these guys respawn. I don't know why I was thinking they wouldn't respawn. Why wouldn't they? You can farm them for the masks and for something else. I can't remember what. They drop something else. White chunks, I think. Oh, shit. I missed. Oh, damn. No, don't fall. Okay. Ah, shit. Whoa, there's that torch move. Gotta love it. Any items for me? Negative. All right, let's get on down. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Okay. There is an item up here. Somewhere. I want to... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, white Titanite chunks. That's what I thought. I am grabbing everything now because I do believe we might eventually do some sort of faith-based playthrough. Ooh, look at this. There we go. I think we got all the masks now, if we didn't already. Alright, hopefully we don't get a 100% bullshit encounter here, especially when you lose like 2/3 of your health just jumping down. Alright. So what else about your sense of individuality? Well, I would say go for things that truly interest you. Don't try to pick something just because you're like, oh, no one else does this. I don't think you'll stick with it. You want something you're going to stick with. Something that means something. Yeah, that's like half your health bar. Literally half my entire health bar from one hop down. An unavoidable jump down, too. At least I can kill them in one shot. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this remastered version? Did they fuck it up even worse than the original? That would not surprise me. Game developers, and I don't even think it was FromSoft that worked on this. Someone else worked on it. But FromSoft or not, game developers have this incredible ability to fuck shit up. And just incredible ability. Are you fucking kidding me? About time he does it. Okay, there we go. Got some ridiculous encounters here. Well, we got his set if we didn't already. That wouldn't be a bad set to throw on a faith-based build. I so rarely actually get hit by Nito. It's just all these skeletons that are with him that are the problem. Woo! Thank goodness the big skeletons aren't on me. Those are the ones I worry about. The little ones aren't too big a deal. Oh shit, I did not... Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, not. Or not. Or not. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, damn. Got him. I thought for sure I was gonna die there. I probably should have really died. It was that dumbass backstab I didn't want to do that got me stuck in there. Alright, that first fight was absurdly ridiculous. They have changed something about this guy. He did not used to spam that move endlessly, which is an entirely bullshit move. Alright, let's sit here so we stop that health ticking away. You know, hey, let's look at the Dark Sword and see if it's got any... I think it might have some intelligence on it. Intelligence scaling? What has it got? Nope, just strength and dex. Good. Okay, simple enough. So we can use that no problem. The Dark Hand I don't think requires anything. I don't think you can upgrade it either, so... It is what it is. Not great for stability for physical attacks, but it's okay for magic attacks and fire, I believe. So, pretty even across the board if I remember correctly. Let me get back to my notes here, guys, about building that sense of individuality. We talked about pets. Think hard about what message you want to send with that. Do you want to be a guy who lives by himself with 3 cats? A lot of guys have cats. That's totally normal. However, you know, if I were you, I would consider what are the implications of that? What should we work on next? I could eventually do a Solaire playthrough, although I don't have a lot of... I think for the next playthrough, I'll pick up faith spells, or miracles rather, as I go throughout, so I'm ready after that. So for now, let's build some faith, I suppose. Although it may take a long time to build up enough faith at this high of a level. Might have just wasted that. Might be better to go with another playthrough. Do a new game run, and then build a faith character from scratch there. I would not go with a single guy with cats. I don't think that's a good look. I mean, if you're a guy that just has 1 cat, I mean, you could make it work. It's not the end of the world. It's better to have a dog if you're going to have a pet. If you can't take care of a dog, I would go with no pets rather than just having a cat. If you're with a woman and she has a cat, that's different. You guys get a cat together. Whatever. But we've killed Seath. Couldn't get the Moonlight Greatsword, unfortunately. We're done with the Duke's Archives. We're done down here. I guess next up, we've tackled the 4 Kings. So now it is Lost Izalith, right? That whole area? I guess so. Let's do it. So you want to bring everything together, and in that way, you want to consider how things match. Maybe get something unique for your car. Consider this. You want your car to represent you. I think we've actually talked about this before, your sense of style. What message are you sending with your car? For a lot of guys, they think, I'm not into cars. Cars aren't a big thing for me. I just drive whatever. Yeah, but as we talked about in a previous episode, people look at your car and they think you're making a statement with it. They don't realize that you just kind of ended up with this car however you ended up with it. They're thinking that this is the car you chose. So when you have enough money where you can get a car that kind of represents you, that you feel like is your style, your approach, and I'm going totally the wrong way. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let me go back down here. Then I would recommend doing that. Now, please do not spend a couple $1,000s getting a car when you don't have a couple $1,000s to spend, if you know what I mean. Don't go out and buy a $55,000 or $65,000 brand new pickup truck because you feel like that's your image, and then you get this $750 a month bill that you can't afford. Don't do that. If you need to, maybe you ought to consider looking at, okay, what is reasonably the cheapest used car I can buy that I think represents me? And look at that first until you get more financially situated. If you're financially set right now, let's say you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you do something where you have enough money, you can buy what you want. Okay, then go out, buy a brand new car, whatever it is that you want, that you think represents your style. I got my style. My style is totally the smaller hatchback. I like to have a nice small hatchback with a solidly strong engine. 2-liter turbo I think is perfect for a small car. Think, Honda Civic Type R, Veloster N, the old Ford Focus RS, even the Ford Fiesta, I think ST. Problem is they don't make those anymore in the US. But you can think about some of those more powerful little hatchbacks that are really fun to drive. They're small, easy to maneuver, and their engines, though not as technically powerful as a V6 or a V8, do quite well given that the cars are smaller. And paired with a larger muscle car, they can keep pace fairly well. Now, when you're talking about the 0 to 60, when you're talking about a drag race, you're talking about very unrealistic scenarios. Okay? People, generally, people don't drag race on the street. Unofficial drag races even aren't that good because there is no exact start point. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Here we go. Do what you're gonna do, bro. Okay, I don't know what that was or what it was supposed to do, but I'm running. I'm gonna try to do that thing where I make him fall. He might blast me once, but whatever. Oh, he missed. So, it's kind of like when you get new computer hardware and you do those synthetic benchmarks to test it, and it shows how powerful it is, but in actual practice, there are always these certain bottlenecks that make it so it's not as powerful as you thought. It's similar to that. It's very similar with cars. Horsepower alone is not everything. So if you're shopping for a car to represent your style, please don't think more horsepower is better, period. It's not quite that easy. You have to look at, the amount of gas, not just gas mileage either, but simply having more horsepower doesn't mean a car will feel and drive faster necessarily. There's a lot of things that go into it. The torque, the horsepower, the weight of the vehicle, the maneuverability, how it handles, whether it has a limited slip differential or not, and what kind of limited slip differential, because there's some shitty ones out there. There's some real mechanical limited slip differentials. There are electronic ones that are so-so. There are cheap electronic ones that all it does is apply the brake to the other tires. You don't want that. That just wears your brakes out, and it's not the same. Anyway, this isn't meant to be an episode about cars. All I'm saying is, figure out what kind of car you want that represents your style. Get it. Know your car. So, if you're going to pick her up, you just met this new girl, you're going to pick her up, it's your second date or whatever, first time she's getting in your car, she might ask you a couple questions about it. Be able to rattle it off. Be able to tell her what kind of car you got, what's in it, what it's got going for it. Be able to say, yeah, it's a 2-liter turbo, 4-cylinder inline, whatever. Inline 4-cylinder. I sometimes reverse that. I haven't been a car guy for very long, so you supercar guys know. 2-liter turbo inline 4-cylinder. How about that? 308 horsepower. I think that's what the current Type R is. 2020 Type R. You can give her all the little specs. You can even know the torque, maximum torque, and all that jazz. Limited slip differential, front wheel drive, all wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, no wheel drive. That's when someone steals your car and puts it on cinder blocks. That's the no wheel drive. I remember the original Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. It had the lava eyesore fix. That was a great mod, but the problem is it slowed the whole game down. It would stutter. That mod alone would make the game stutter. Everywhere, too, not just where it's being used. Done. Oh, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a little pro tip, little bit of wisdom based on the Rational Mail book, because it's scrolling by on Twitter on my second monitor. Iron Rollo Tomassi number 6. Women are utterly incapable of loving a man in the way that a man expects to be loved. That is true. He's not saying women are incapable of love. Women don't love you the way you love them. Once you understand that, you'll be so much better off. Women will not ever love you the way you want them to, the way you would love them. That dedication that you can develop for a woman, that admiration, dedication, almost worship that men often develop, women don't do that. And if they do, it's very short term. Women are far more pragmatic and opportunistic and almost logistical, like a man should be. A woman will look for her best option and may consider how much you make. Whereas you, I mean, you probably don't even think about how much a girl makes. You just like, oh yeah, she's hot and I like her and I like her personality and it's just true love and she's the beauty to my beast and I don't care if she's got a job or not. That's not the way women think. She's going to look and go, yeah, I really like him and I get along with him really well and he looks great. But this guy over here, he doesn't look as nice, but man, he's a doctor. He makes so much more money. They think about that stuff. That matters to them. It really does. I hate these worms. All right, let's see if I can do this. Oh, shit. Woo! See that asshole? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I was just about to roll. Is this going to kill me? Holy shit. Damn. I can't believe I survived with the slightest little sliver of health. Fuck this guy. I thought for sure I was dead. Alright. You know what? I'm not going to put faith anymore into faith. I think that's a waste at this point. I don't think we're going to get too far with that. It just takes so many souls to level up at all. As part of this sense of individuality, guys, you also want to have a strong sense of identity and personality. And this is getting back to the first episode of this series, frame. If you have frame, you have a strong sense of identity. You have a strong sense of self. You know who you are. You know what you are. If you don't have frame, you don't have that. And if you don't have a strong sense of self and identity, then you don't have frame. You can't have one without the other. They're inextricably linked. Okay? That's like saying I'm in great shape, but I don't have any muscle and I'm fat. That's not a thing. You can't be in great shape but be really fat with no muscle. So, in order to have your frame, you need to have a good sense of yourself. You need to know who you are, know what you are, know what you like, know where you're going, and not 100% of the time. Oh, damn. He's slaying me. Uh-oh. Here we go. Boom! Ah, shit. There we go. Now, you don't always need to know all of your immediate goals, all of your future goals all the time. I will say, you should know, in general, where you're going and what you're doing. Don't be the guy who's just aimlessly wandering. Get stuff figured out as soon as you can, and if you don't have your life figured out, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what's going on, you might want to put dating on hold, or at least serious dating. Now, if you're younger, you're 24, let's say you're 18, 19, 20, 24, 26, you shouldn't even be considering a long-term, serious, monogamous relationship. Now, if one happens with a really great girl, still you're too young. But it's, you know, that's always a possibility. I would caution against it, if you, especially not at 18. You just don't know what's out there. You gotta date more girls to know what's out there. If you just date one girl and you're like, oh God, she's amazing. Well, she's amazing because she's a girl. The amazingness of her has to do with the fact that she has boobs and a vagina. Let's be honest. That's really what you're enamored with, okay? As soon as she starts to get annoying, you should realize that. But the problem is, a lot of people, a lot of men, don't know because they haven't been with any other girls. So they think like, oh, well, this is just what girls are like. You don't even know that, although she may look good, she may be really hot, she's an absolute mess. She's a narcissistic, borderline personality disorder mess. She'll wreck your life. She'll be terrible for you. But you don't know that until you get out there and meet more women. Actually, I think we need to go back up here. The more women you meet and date, even if it's just you meet and talk to them, okay? You meet your girlfriend's friends. That's great to do. Meet them. Don't become personal good buddies with them. Have them as acquaintances. Have acquaintances at work, female acquaintances at work. Listen when they're talking, to you especially, but even to other people. Hear the way they talk about men that they date. Read between the lines of what they're saying. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a lawyer. Oh, he's a lawyer? Wow, where does he work? What does he do? What kind of case? You know what they're saying? He makes money. They're talking about money. I knew I was going to get hit by that. Read between the lines of he's a lawyer. That's money and it's prestige too, but it's really about money. Because there's a lot of reasonably prestigious jobs that don't make much money. Women are a lot less interested. Women are often interested in money. That's true. So are men, right? Is it equal? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's equal. Very few things are 100% equal. Those are... Golly. Jeez, come on. God, the bullshit in this game. More bullshit. I cannot get away from this shit. And another one. Oh, here comes a fucking another one. Jesus. Holy shit. Are we done with the bullshit? Are we done with just spamming bullshit? My God. That is ridiculous. Worst Fire Sage fight ever. No joke. No exaggeration. I've never had so much bullshit from the Fire Sage. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez. God, break the lock on. My goodness. These controls feel broken sometimes. Oh, here we go. More getting slammed from behind. If you know what I mean. No, I'm kidding. Oh, more bullshit. He has no other fucking move but to constantly throw that shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Done. Okay. Wow. I don't get it, man. This game just hates these playthroughs of mine lately. That's what I like to call the bullshit sandwich. It's got 2 slices of bullshit bread with some bullshit lettuce, bullshit mayonnaise, bullshit meat on it. And then you sprinkle a little bit of bullshit salt and pepper. Not fun at all when that's just countless or endless bullshit like that. Well, countless too. Over and over and over and over. I'm telling you, nobody anywhere thinks that's fun or challenging or interesting. It's just lame. Alright, here we go. We're running out of Estus. Just noticed that. I'm over here dying. Let's kindle the hell out of this thing. So, forgot my previous train of thought. That's fine. It's gone now. Having a sense of personality, having a sense of self, knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, knowing what you believe in, knowing what your standards are, it's attractive. It's very attractive. It's not just attractive to men, it's attractive to women. Now, there are certain behaviors that are unattractive. I will admit, my rants will never be attractive to a woman. They are interesting to some viewers. Some viewers actually watch and enjoy my rants on these games. It's almost a little bit of like that DSP style, Dark Side Phil style, but not quite. I don't think I'm quite up to that level. But to a woman, yeah, a woman doesn't want to hear your rant. Have I ranted to women before? I have. It's not attractive, but it's not the end of the world if you do it once or twice or whatever. You know, they're going to see beyond the pale. I think that's no. They're gonna see behind the curtain. They're going to. You can't stop that from happening. You're not going to be able to maintain 100% solid frame 100% of the time. Is that your goal? No, I don't think perfection should ever be your goal. Perfect is boring. I think Rollo Tomassi says that. Perfect is boring. Don't try to have a perfect relationship. Have an interesting relationship. Let it be a little imperfect so it's more fun that way. Let things go a little wrong sometimes. Time for a little more coffee. It's going to water down the milk, but whatever. Oh, yeah, there we go. Black coffee. Poured into milk. Frothed. So, one of the ideas of having your own sense of style that we talked about in the episode on Self-Reliance, and I think a lot of people are just not gonna comprehend how important this is. When you bring her over to your place, please don't think the way a lot of these red pill guys think. They think they're so super alpha. They're like, all I had was a dirty mattress on a basement floor and I was banging chicks left and right. Okay, great. Maybe. I don't know. But I guarantee you one thing. I guarantee you not a single one of those chicks was like, man, it was so hot when I got there and all he had was a filthy mattress on the floor and it was all dirty and there were roaches running around and everything was filthy and I didn't even want to use the bathroom because it smelled like shit. No, they're not saying that. They're not saying that that was hot. They're not. Period. They're not. And any woman that would kind of get into that, it would just be for the moment. You wouldn't be a long-term solution. So if you want to be the filthy guy who doesn't know how to take care of a place and doesn't even know how to live on his own, go ahead, but that doesn't get you respect, and you want respect from women. If you're just banging a girl for the night, whatever, okay, but eventually other people will come over, maybe your parents, maybe a coworker, other guy friends. Do you want to look like a loser? You don't need to spend a ton of money decorating your place, but what you want to do is make your place represent you. Be careful on this, though. If you're super into Pokemon, I don't even know how to pronounce it in English. I live in Japan, and I never played the game and never really talked about it in the US at all, so I pronounce it the Japanese way, Pokemon, but people make fun of me for that, so whatever. Okay, can we be done with this? This guy loves to do this broken ass repeat thing where he just okay, here we go. Come on in here. There you go. Now we're not repeating the same bullshit thing over and over and over and over and over. Woo! Let's go chop that tail off if we can. Damn, that did not hit me actually. But you know how this game is. Alright, this is going to be one of them bullshit fights where every time I go to hit him, it's just slightly... The camera on this. Total shit. Total shit camera in this area with this fight. Okay, here we go. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? That didn't hit anything? Got him, finally. Alright, so we got the ring. That's really what we need. I mean, I wish we could skip the rest of this fight at that point. Just be like, get the hell on out of there. Okay, run. Oh. Now at this point, we could put the ring on and go into the lava and have more space, but fuck that. I'm having some bad luck with these fights. And part of it's luck, part of it's just random number generator deciding what happens with the fight. Let's put on the orange charred ring. All right. So how do you do that? Well, you don't want to dress your place up and look like you're 14, okay? Do you want to put up posters of naked chicks everywhere? Probably not. Do you want to have tasteful posters of girls and maybe like you have a tasteful bikini thing or some hot actress or something? I guess so. That's fine. I mean, just be aware of who might be coming over and seeing it. If you got kids, young kids, obviously that's probably not the way to go. Because little kids don't understand all that. Adults hopefully should be mature enough to understand what that is and how to handle that, and that human beings are sexual creatures. Kids are too young to understand it. They haven't gone through that stage in their life yet, so they don't know what they're looking at. You may have some moral issues with that, but whatever. Consider all the different ways you could put throw rugs, put paintings, pictures up. I would caution you not to put up photos of you with your parents, not to put up photos of your parents, things like that. If you want to put a few photos from family events where there's a bunch of you there, or family reunion photos, okay, that says you're a family man. A bunch of photos of your mom says you're mama's boy, you know. Maybe a photo of you and your dad working on a car that was taken, or I don't know, especially if someone's passed away, that makes it very different. So if your mother passed away and you have one photo of her up, okay, that'll be understandable. But look at your place and understand what message you're sending with it. Also understand that people will notice. Do your curtains match? Do you have curtains at all? Do you have anything covering the windows? Is your place clean? Do you have decorative items set out? Do you have little figurines or statues? Or do you have a place to hang your hat? A place to put up your jacket? Do you have one of those things where you hang up all your keys? Do you think that's smart to have all your keys in one spot in case someone breaks in? You know, things to consider. How is your closet organized? How does your house or place look from the outside? Do you put up holiday decorations? Why or why not? Do you have memorabilia type items set up? Maybe you were in the military, so you have a bunch of stuff up on the walls from your military time. You made a little shadow box of like your dog tags and some emblems. Maybe you have a little glass shadow box with a medal that you got in the military and some of your insignia and your bars, and it's set up. Maybe you have what they call the me wall, a wall where you have all your diplomas and certificates and all that jazz. Some people think that's selfish and something you shouldn't do. I think it's fine. It shows who you are. It sends a message that, you know, you're somebody that's gotten something, however much it's worth. You know how diplomas are nowadays. As long as you pay enough money, you're going to get your fucking diploma. But consider how much the place represents you and what you're interested in. Your place should say something about you. I have a decently sized model of the car I drive on the mantle above my fireplace. I have quite a few things on the mantle above my fireplace. I have some photos hung up throughout the place. I have some decorative items, some memorabilia. I have a me wall. I'm gonna get a shadow box together eventually with some of my stuff in it. Citation bars and awards and medals and things of that sort, but I just haven't gotten it together yet. It's something I've been putting off for a long time now. That's the other thing too. Although we all do it at times, best not to procrastinate. If you need to get something done, get it done. It's attractive to get stuff done. It's unattractive to procrastinate and put stuff off. Best strategy for that, let me tell you this right now. Don't tell people you're gonna do something. Just do it. Because when you sit around going, yeah, I'm going to finally get around to learning how to play the piano. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. People listen to you and then see you not do it. And then eventually your word doesn't mean anything anymore. It means less and less for you to say, I'm going to. Because they see you say, or they hear you say, I'm going to, and then they see you not. So better to just not say it and just do it. That's why they say for your New Year's resolutions, or any resolution, don't tell people, just do it. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't sit around telling people how much you plan on doing. Do it. What the hell? What the heck? All right, there we go. I'm gonna have to extend this out because we have a couple more topics to discuss in this playthrough. I don't want to go straight to Gwen after this. That would be too soon. We could do the painted world. We haven't done. I don't think we've done that yet, have we? I'm pretty sure we haven't. I could run around and collect some items, although we have everything for the Dark Wraith build. I could try to anticipate another playthrough and build for that. Yoink. Oh, shit. 3 shots, damn. I thought I could get them in 2. They can drop red chunks, by the way. I don't know if that's the best way to farm them, but they can. I think I mentioned that in just about every playthrough. So having a strong sense of identity and personality establishes your frame, and it sets you apart. Like I said, it makes you more attractive to both men and women, and attractive to men, in this case, means something different. We're not saying that gay men will find you attractive, although they may, I don't know. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to other men having like a respect kind of attraction to you. That sort of pull to you, that sense of like how to win friends and influence people's sense of attraction. And then to women, you want the respect, the admiration for women to look at you and go, yeah, I'd like to be with that guy. I wish my boyfriend were like that guy. So I would recommend trying to develop at least one unique interest or hobby, like we discussed earlier. Maybe, like I said, Japanese tea ceremony. Maybe you play the harmonica. Maybe you're into the U.S. Civil War. You're a U.S. Civil War buff. Maybe you collect stuff from the Civil War. I don't know. Whatever it is that you can do. Now, you have to tailor that to how much money you have. You probably are going, whoa, you know, Fox, I'd like to collect antique cars. Okay. Well, you're 19 years old and don't have a job, so that might be kind of difficult. You'd be better off collecting something that's a lot cheaper than antique cars, right? So, you know, you have to figure out, what do you have enough money to do? Money's always an issue, all right? So if you don't have enough money for it, don't try to do it. And if you barely have enough money to even get into it, yeah, put that on hold until you make more money. And if that never happens, I mean, it never does. That sucks, but... Oh, okay. One of these playthroughs. Oh, okay. One of these playthroughs. Oh, okay. One of these playthroughs. Oh, okay. One of these bullshit playthroughs. I swear. Does it ever end? Can we stop that now, please? Can we stop the bullshit? I can't believe I didn't die. I thought for sure I was going to die there. I was planning on it. Hello? There we go. And then we do this because Beta Chaos is bullshit. Always has been, always will be. And so you got to cheese the fight. The Beta Chaos cheats, so you might as well cheat too. And back in we go. Do I ever fight the Beta Chaos legitimately? Nope. But then again, the Beta Chaos doesn't fight legitimately either, so make of that what you will. And one of the final notes before we get towards the end of this, I just want to say, again, remember, if you are one of one of those standard guys out there who just does what standard guys do, you're going to be a dime a dozen. And even if you get in good shape, there's plenty of guys out there who are in good shape, who drink beer and like sports and like cars and talk about women. You're going to need something to set you apart. Because otherwise, chances are these women are just going to see you as just another dude. And they'll get with you for a little bit, long enough for you to, you know, have some fun. And then they'll move on to someone else more interesting. So how do you become more interesting? You have to be coming up with different activities. I can tell you right now, I've changed my mindset a lot. My current girlfriend and I, we have done so many things that for both of us, it's the first. And I'm not talking about in bed, okay? Well, that... in this case, I'm not specifically discussing that. That's a separate topic, which I won't get into. But anyway, we've done so many different kinds of activities, gone to different places, and I've taken her to so many things that she's never been to or done before. You know, we've gone to certain kinds of parties and events that she's never been to before, and most of them I haven't been to. I took her to her first play, and we've been to more plays since then. I took her to her first special kind of ball. I took her to her first, like, kind of nightclub. She'd never actually been to a nightclub before. I took her to some other stuff. I can't even remember all the stuff we've been to. But, you know, it was quite a lot of stuff that we've done, you know, over this period we've been together. And a lot of it, like I said, she'd never experienced before. So to her, this is unique. She's had other boyfriends. They didn't take her to any of these places. She actually told me that with some of her boyfriends, yes, she would be at his place and they would just be sitting there and she would just be kind of fiddling on her phone while he was playing Call of Duty. Don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. I'm just telling you right now. There ain't no woman alive who wants to sit at your place and watch you play Call of Duty. She might say she does. She doesn't, okay? Please try to read between the lines. That's not really what she wants. It never is, okay? It never is. Oh, damn. First try. Oh, here we go. I do not like this medium roll, I gotta tell you, but whatever. There's no other way to do it. I just don't see fast rolling with, oh shit. I just don't see fast rolling with, this kind of armor on. Done. Victory achieved. And achieved is right. Alright, give me them souls so I can level up. 128,401. Seems like everything's giving about the same amount of souls now. Get some more health. Repair all this. So, to recap, you're developing your own sense of style, kind of your own brand, like the you. Take your name and put a trademark symbol above it. And that's kind of what you're doing. Think of it that way. Let's go to... Let's get set up at the... where am I going? Chamber of the Princess? Yeah, sure. Why not? We're going to... Oh, no. That's not where we wanted to go. The Sun Tomb? Dark Moon Tomb? Something like that. I think I have that bonfire unlocked. Yes, I do. We'll go there. Where is it? Actually, is it not in here? Dark Moon Tomb. There it is. I'm glad they added so many more bonfires you can warp to. There didn't used to be that many, trust me. They added some with the Prepare to Die edition when they first released on PC, and then they added some with the remastered. We're going to head up here and get this thing ready for the painted world. Fashion, your sense of style. Maybe there's something unique you do. A hat, a unique hat, unique glasses, a unique chain or accessory, a very unique watch, or unique watches. Maybe you collect and wear different watches, different styles. Maybe you're really into shoes. And my recommendation is don't be into tennis shoes. I mean, that's a thing. If it's really, you don't want to let that go, okay, but I don't think women are really impressed by tennis shoes. You know, women aren't impressed by Air Jordans and Nikes and all that shit. They're not. And a lot of guys are into tennis shoes. You know how many guys are into tennis shoes because it's a basketball thing? Why not be into dress shoes, or why not be into boots? That would be far more unique. You could also go with a unique hairstyle, but I'd be careful. I don't think it's a good idea for most men to go too crazy with their hair. Generally, that probably is not going to go over well. Women are just going to think it looks stupid oftentimes. And it's hard to get an accurate assessment from friends and family, especially if they know you're interested in it. It'd almost be better to show them someone else with the hairstyle and ask them what they thought of it, because they'd be far more honest than if you asked them what they thought of you with it. All right. Here we are. We're getting close to the end here, guys. We talked today about having a sense of individuality and purpose. Not purpose, sorry. Personality. That's the P word I'm looking for. To be idiosyncratic. That includes your personality. You can develop some unique personality traits. I really wanted to give examples. I gave a few, but I was also thinking about it, and I scratched those out of my notes because the more examples I give, the more some of you will just want to copy those verbatim, and then that's not the point. The point is that you come up with this stuff yourself. You just look around, look at other people, look online, watch videos of people, see what other people are interested in, look at your dad, your mom, all that. See if any of that is something you want to adopt, right? So, if you like your accent, the way you talk, keep it. If you're not a big fan of it, you can try to change it. It's hard, but it's possible. Build your brand and build your style, from your clothes to your car to the food you eat, the way you cook it, the way you talk, the way you write, your presence on social media. Are you doing stuff on Snapchat? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? What kind of profile image do you have? What kind of stuff do you say in there? What do you put in your bio? What kind of quotes do you post? What kind of pictures do you post? All of that stuff is stuff that should be relevant to your brand and your styling and just how you approach life. You should get this together, figure it out. It might take some time. If it takes you a few months, 6 months, a year, that's okay. Especially if you're not looking for a long-term relationship with a woman, then you have more time. The less serious you are with any woman right now, or the less serious you want to be, the more time you have to figure you out. And if you want to take some time off from dating to do that, that's fine too. You can take time off from dating. One catch, though, is please don't say you're going into monk mode and you're taking time off from dating because you can't find any women. That's not the same thing, obviously. But hey, guys, we're coming at the end of it here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell icon and choose all videos. Hit the like or dislike button. Leave a comment down below. I try to read them all and respond when I have something interesting to say. You can DM me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That's the #1 place where I like to spend time when it comes to social media. But I'm also on Facebook, Minds, and Gab. All the links are in the description. Hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode, in which we will talk about, let's see, friendships and social circles. That's a good one. That's an important one because a lot of guys forget about that and leave that stuff behind. Don't neglect your friendships and social circles. Until next time, I'm Fox with FoxeoGames, and I will see you all later.